Hi guys, welcome to the August edition of the PS Plus Roundup by Games HUD. It's myself, Ollie, and Rich,
Hello.
and Tom.
Hiya.
Today we're going to be talking about Need for Speed Most Wanted, Mafia 2 and Spec Ops The Line. So we'll start with Most Wanted, which Tom is a pretty veteran player of the Most Wanted series.
Yeah.
Most Wanted series, Need for Speed series.
Well, yeah, I love Need for Speed. I've got too many games of them, really. It's getting a bit obsessive.
Yeah,
Most Wanted's the best out of the whole lot.
Yeah, sweet. I'm the only one who haven't played this game. You've got it as well, haven't you, Ollie? I think.
Yeah.
Like, so you've had some experience with it. I was like coming to it fresh, but as you were saying, Tom, I think it's made by the same people as Burnout Paradise, isn't it? Stuff like that. So I played Burnout Paradise into the ground. So
It's
basically rinsed it.
Basically the same game, but
Awesome.
Production value sort of hiked up.
Better graphics and
graphics.
and actual like proper cars.
Yeah.
So that's.
Well, I mean,
sweet.
just watching the intro now, this is exactly what the game feels like. It's just
Fast paced,
constant, hectic racing. And I can't remember who I remember watching a video of online once, and they got this and they got Gran Turismo at the same time, and he was just like, "I'm definitely a Need for Speed man," and it's like,
right?
Yeah, I can kind of see
arcade
that.
fun, just like
Yeah,
pure fun.
absolutely. Yeah.
At its best, really. And with that whole burnout element to it now, where you can smash into things and then just like, you almost want to, like, what's the worst crash I could possibly get, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't played it enough to know. I mean, are there modes like that where you have to cause mayhem,
There's
like
no,
burnout?
there's no sort of deliberate crash mode.
So it is more just like a pure racer,
Yeah.
but arcade racer.
Yeah, you
Right.
still get the Burnout tradition of like takedowns. They're really
Right.
encouraged.
Okay. 'Cause that was
They
always good
fill up
fun.
your boost meter and just generally earn you experience and help you win races. But you
Right.
take out police by like proper like ramming into the front.
Nice.
There is something real satisfying though about those sorts of takedowns, because like I think we'll probably see us do it quite a lot in this. If you like tap the brake button and go around the corner, you like drift around,
Right.
and there is nothing more satisfying than drifting round and like just smashing into a cop car. Actually, like go around a corner, so they then spin out, smash into a building, and it just comes up like takedown. Like,
Because I think you guys were saying that is like the key of this game, isn't it? Where you know, getting that drift skill down.
Yeah.
Once you've got that skill, you can probably like you'd be quite confident in all the races, wouldn't you? Like, so that's
Yeah.
kind of the key.
Yeah.
To, like,
it definitely helps if you can get the drift down, then you can just go around any corner basically and just do that.
yeah,
Smash,
good
roll.
little takedown. Yeah.
And then you just
Nice.
straight back in.
Otherwise, you just carry on.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's just very, very like consistent and
Yeah, sure.
reckless. There's no sort of like, oh, you did badly, so you have to wait for it to respawn or anything. It's just, oh, you smashed into something, carry on straight away.
Yeah, I liked that. I think it was in one of the races that I tried out when I completely totaled the car, and it had to actually reset me. It didn't reset me right at the very back. I hadn't lost that many places in my race, which is
Yeah.
really good, because I get really frustrated when it takes so long for a game to chuck you back in racing, and then you've lost everything by that point.
Yeah, normally it will only chuck you back like one or two places.
Mm.
You might see the car like drive past you as you're doing the video of the car rolling. But yeah, generally it'll pick it up pretty quick.
Awesome. So on to Mafia 2.
Yeah.
So I don't think any of us had played this beforehand, have we? Like, again, I hear it's a great game. Obviously, the amount of time we like to limit ourselves to these games is usually about half an hour per game, just to get a rough overview of what we're doing, how the game plays. But I got the feeling it was still really getting into it by that point.
Yeah. But I mean, all this stuff looked really good. Like all these sections looked really, really good, and I was like, oh, this is going to be quite cool. But I forget that the game is old. Well, I say old. It is.
It's
fairly
a few,
old,
it's a
isn't
few
it?
years old now. Yeah.
It just.
It shows a lot of promise. It's one of those games that like you start off playing, it's a bit slow, and you think, okay, well, where's this really going? And then you hear from people who've actually, taken the time to complete the whole game, and it's apparently just steps up completely. It's
I
really
bet the
interesting.
story's great.
Yeah.
I bet it's like
I think it's something you've got to put time into, and half an hour just isn't enough to dive in enough. There's too much exposition.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm honest, like even from just playing it a short amount, like even this opening scene in World War II, like the controls felt a little bit clunky. They felt a little bit like too fast. They can't. I like him a bit slower because I'm.
But it's like that bit just
struggling
then.
to aim, But
It sort of looks like one of these games that's going to have a lot of things happen that are very convenient, like just that part that's just gone when you like lob the grenade, rather than just sort of like in GTA or something, where you lob the grenade and you have to try and get it in a decent area to take out the people. You sort of lobbed it through the window, and it was just like cutscene of it landing in a box of grenades.
Yeah, exactly. It was predetermined. Wasn't it?
And I kind of just got that vibe that there's going to be a lot of
that kind of
that in it, and like this bit as well. When you were in the car, Tom, and it's like, are you driving? No. Oh right, okay.
I'm just looking.
Looking around.
It's like, I wonder if you can drive the cars around.
Oh, you definitely can. But we couldn't actually figure out how to nick them, could we? Like,
usually you nick them.
I wasn't far enough into the game even after half an hour to
yeah.
actually just get in a car that I was next to. I still had to get further before I'd been taught how to steal a car or to fire a gun.
Can you steal cars in this game then?
Presumably you can.
Presumably
it's just like GT, but I'm really not too sure. And
this was a fucking nightmare.
The fighting mechanics were awful.
You know, I cut this well to make you look good. Let's face it. Like, you know.
I mean, I was awful. Like you press what it says to press, and it wouldn't do anything. And you'd try to do the blocking thing, and unless you were blocking way before he started punching, you just get knocked down. It was frustrating.
And it's just like, hopefully all the rest of that kind of functionality will be like unlocked, like you say, like be able to nick cars and stuff like that. But at this point, we could still cause some mayhem, but we couldn't do anything about it.
It's like, so you haven't got a gun, so you can't fight police or people on the street, and you can't steal a vehicle.
Just like, quick, leg it, run away, and then you can't get away. But anyway, moving on to the Spec Ops. So, again, we haven't really played this, but
not for too long. But this bit
was great. Yeah,
the opening is great.
Yeah. It really strikes me as one of those games that is kind of packed full of these like memorable little scenes. You know, like even though like perhaps the gameplay around that might be a little bit repetitive, I'm sure it's one of those games that kind of has more.
It builds up to its moments.
Builds up to big moments. Yeah.
I mean, Tanya said that she absolutely loved it, didn't she?
Yes,
she gave
absolutely.
it a great buy review.
Yeah.
I think it's another one of those games you just got to invest in really, and I think sort of pays off by the time it's finished. You know, like it's not play random half an hour and you're going to think maybe it's a bit generic, but really give it its time and maybe it shows itself.
Yeah, it does look good.
Definitely.
It's always nice to see war games that don't follow the Call of Duty route, you know.
Exactly, yeah, and it's nice that it's third person as well, and the settings look beautiful, and you know it's not got bad graphics. They're a bit dated already, but nice optical flares and stuff in there. And
I thought this all looked really nice.
It's pretty cool. It's just, I think like the sort of the color grade and stuff like that, it gets a little bit samey. Perhaps.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the rest of the game plays out in terms of that.
Yeah,
when it gets more into the city and less of the. Because the game progresses, the story progresses as you go through Dubai. So I think hopefully the environments will change with it. Otherwise it'll just be desert.
Yeah, it had some nice features though. I mean, like they actually incorporated you can use your team and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure it's a single player only game. There's no co-op.
No.
And I don't think there's any multiplayer as well.
I think there is multiplayer.
Oh really?
I
Okay,
think,
cool. Awesome.
I have to double check that.
Yeah. But you know, breaks it up with some nice cutscenes and stuff like that between, then chucks you into the situation, and it fired off some kind of slow mo here as well.
Yeah, every headshot you get is slow mo.
Right. There
was quite good for chaining.
Was there a way to trigger that, or?
Nah, it's just random. It's just at any point if you get a headshot, it slows for a split second, just long enough that if you're good enough, you can pull off another one and chain it.
Right. Yeah.
Which does make for some good dramatic moments.
So there we go. That's all 3 games. So what do you reckon, guys? What do you reckon about?
Definitely Need for Speed out of those 3. If for hard drive reasons you have to choose one, definitely Need for Speed.
Yeah, me too. That'd be my pick as well. Yeah.
It is ridiculous amounts of fun. Like I bought the game a little while ago. I didn't buy. I got it free because Asda screwed up my Wii U order, so they gave me like a gift card. So I managed to pick up that for free. But it's just one of those games I just go back to and put it in again and play it for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Or you can just pick it up and put it down. And it's just
you can. Yeah. It's so easy.
Each race that I did, it was only like 2 minutes per race or something. So it's not even like lap things, is it? It's just get from point A to point B and then you're done. So I really like that kind of.
But the repeat playability is really good as well, because obviously now you've got it. I need to put you onto my list as well, just because when you do something, all of a sudden it comes up with all your friends who have done that bit, and it will tell you.
Going through billboards, it flashes up like, oh yeah, Olly has the best jump.
Oh right,
distance in that.
Awesome.
And every now and then, like I see some of my friends that are on it. It's like, yeah, I can't be bested by you. Repeat.
Right, nice, awesome.
But yeah, I would like to try Mafia 2 again. I think maybe, I don't know.
If you've got the time to invest in it.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if I can really be bothered to go back and visit a game that's going to take up that much time this close to launch for new consoles, and especially with like Beyond coming out in like a couple of months, and there's just too much other stuff to be playing to like round this generation off. I just don't know if I could be bothered to go back and play
sure.
that.
I mean, there's still plenty of other games that come out this year to catch up on, or, you know.
But I mean, Spec Ops, I could see me going back and trying Spec Ops again, because I can't imagine that being more than like a 15-hour campaign. So
I think it's less. I think it's about 8 from what I can tell.
Really?
I'm about 4 levels through, and it's taken me maybe an hour and a half. And I think it's 15, 16 levels.
Yeah.
So if they're all roughly the same length, like quick, fun little bursts. So
yeah, no, I could definitely see me going back and trying that again.
Sweet.
Also on PlayStation Vita, I should point out, When Vikings Attack and Lego Lord of the Rings. Worth checking out if you've got a Vita,
worth checking
or
out.
Just storing up for when a Vita becomes cheap enough to warrant a purchase.
I don't know if we're going to be making the video too long by saying this, but I saw on telly the other day there was an advert for a PS Vita with 10 games, including Uncharted, Wipeout, Little Big Planet, and they're all basically, it's going to be like the download codes for the games, but it was £169.
Oh, that's
Not a bad deal.
With 10 games, 3 of which are absolutely phenomenal. I just love that. It's such a good deal. So if you haven't got a Vita, get one, because if you're going to get a PS4, Vita's going to be pretty integral. So
yeah, absolutely. There's rumours of it selling, the PS3 with the Vita package now as well. I think it's like rumoured about £500, so that'd be a pretty good deal as well.
Yeah.
We could. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. We'll obviously be back next month with the next load of PS Plus offerings. You can catch us on all the normal social networks. So we've got facebook.com/GamesHud, twitter.com/GamesHud, youtube.com/GamesHud. So make sure you click the subscribe button from this video, and don't forget to check out the main website, gameshud.net.